Ever heard the phrase, a starving artist? Well, I'm here to prove that an artist in the form of a musician will always starve, because learning a musical instrument is a waste of an education, time, and money. With limited job opportunities and fame coming to the few and far between, a musical career is a dead-end job. Schools waste thousands of dollars every year on band programs, while the money could be used for realistic educational curriculum. Students spend countless hours in private lessons, while their parents spend money on instruments and running them from lesson to lesson, only for their child to lose interest in their musical endeavor. Even if students follow through with their musical interest past graduation, the chances of them getting a job in the music field is slim to none. And a slim to none chance for a decent music career is not worth all the time, money, and education that was put into preparing for it. To begin, learning a musical instrument takes time. Even if you are born with a natural talent, there are still things that need to be learned and perfected. Most kids start learning an instrument in the school system at age 11 or 12. Unless you're some musical prodigy that started learning the piano at age 2. I was in band for 8 years, and even though I learned a lot, it wasn't beneficial to my career. I wasn't good enough to make music a living, and I haven't touched a musical instrument since I graduated. In the article, Reconsidering the Grade Level for Beginning Instrumental Music, authors Judith Dalzell and Paul Dorkson say that the prime time to start band in small and large elementary schools is 5th grade. If you count that up, 5th to 12th grade is 8 years, and getting a bachelor's degree is another 4 years. 12 years of learning and studying music just to graduate and in hopes that you are good enough to get a decent job isn't worth the time or the money. This valuable time, these 8 or so years, takes time away from students learning material that is useful for their future. Instead of being in band, they could be taking a home economics class or college class that puts them a step ahead. Envision your high school. Every high school has a band room or two. My high school band room was about the size of our gymnasium. Schools are constantly looking for more space for athletics or other core classes that would broaden students' learning options. According to an article in the Washington Post titled "Millions Take AP Courses, but Percentage of Schools Offering Them Drops," the author, Jay Matthews, talks about how schools just don't have enough students interested in taking AP courses. Matthews says, schools do not have sufficient number of students prepared for AP courses. Now, maybe not all students that are unprepared for these courses are in band, but a few might be. Instead of wasting time in band class, these students could be advancing in practical studies, preparing them for a realistic career. This gym-sized room could be used as a pool or multiple classrooms that could offer more advanced placement classes, hands-on learning environments, and possible vocational career space. Getting rid of the band room as a whole would save the school money. This money could go towards preparing these students for college or vocational careers that guarantee job placement over musical-related careers. Learning a musical instrument is a waste of time and money, but also a waste of education or even a career. After studying music for 4 years at a university, private or not, how often does someone get a decent job that involves their music major? While the preceding statement is true for other majors, according to the cew.georgetown.edu, the unemployment rate for music majors is 9.2% and growing. It seems unnecessary to study music when there's a good chance that after graduation you'll be unemployed or working a different type of job. According to www.cnn.com, the Occupation Outlook reported that many musicians find only part-time jobs and experience unemployment between engagements, and they often have to find supplemental jobs to find income. Why spend so much money and time working towards a career where a job is quite uncertain after graduation. I don't see the appeal. The Bureau of Labor Statistics from www.bls.gov said that in 2014 the number of musicians and singing jobs total in the United States is 103,300. The music industry is obviously very competitive, and if you're not the best, you're out of a job. So why waste your time? Every so often someone does become musically famous, either in a band or as a soloist, but fame can sometimes lead you down the wrong path. For example, Jimi Hendrix and Elvis Presley both made great money and were internationally known, yet both died from drug overdose. I mean, they would not have been famous if they didn't know how to play an instrument or sing. Maybe they would have lived longer if they studied business. In conclusion, a career in the music field is a waste, and I am a walking testament to this statement. After spending 12 years in both band and taking private lessons for piano, I look forward to graduating with an engineering degree. I also wish I could go back and replace those 8 years of band with classes that counted for college credit. Coming to college with absolutely no credits at all was nerve-wracking and disappointing. From middle school band class to graduating with a bachelor's degree in music, it's all useless. All that money and time could have been beneficial if it were put towards creating more realistic goals to create a promising career.